Evening, ladies. Hope you can hear me okay. Just give me a second while I get my volume up. Okay. How is everyone today? Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for being back here with me again today. It's amazing to launch into day 2 of the masterclass. So there's not going to be as many of you here with me today. I've had quite a lot of people say to me, Friday night, we want to go out, can we catch a replay? And that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to put your names in the background. There we go. So yeah, I've had quite a few ladies tell me that they won't be joining today because they're going to be catching the replay. So we may have some of the people coming in as we go along, but I just want to acknowledge you guys. Danielle, thank you so much for being here. Emma and Ina as well. Like we did yesterday, just keep dropping messages in the comments as we go along. But let me know how you're feeling. Are you guys feeling excited today? Was there anything that you felt that you took away from me yesterday that had some breakthroughs? And I know that quite a lot of people have been messaging me privately, which has been absolutely amazing. I've just loved the momentum that I've been able to deliver to you guys. So remember, if there's any questions that you have, anything at all, you can always message me privately. And I would like to say, I am on Facebook. I do have a Facebook group. I'm on Instagram as well. I would advise you, just getting someone coming in, I would advise you to join because I share so much valuable content on my social media. I share so much content on my Facebook, on my Instagram. So if you've not seen who I am, have a look. And it's just my name at Nazia Dad. And I will also see if I can try and share while we're waiting for oh, hang on, can't minimize my screen while I'm recording. Okay, that's not going to work. But yeah, I am on social media at Nazia Dad, and you'll find me there where I share loads of content and value. So what I will do is, without further ado, we'll start our masterclass for today because I know people are going to keep dropping in as we come in. And then, like we did yesterday, if you've got any questions, leave it in the comments for me, guys. Let me know how you're doing. Make sure you've got yourself a pen and paper because, again, I'm going to really try and cram as much as I can in today. I know we ran a little bit over yesterday. So let me see if I can screen share. Okay, there we go. Sharing my screen. And oh, let me see. I'm not really sure if you guys can see me. Could you drop me a comment? And let me know in the messaging section. Can you see me? Because I realized after I recorded yesterday that I wasn't actually visible in the in the video. So let me have a quick look. Someone just drop me a quick comment and let me know. Am I still showing on the screen or have I completely disappeared? If I'm not there, it's not a problem, but I thought it would be great if I was. If anyone's there, just leave me a quick message to say if you can see me. I can see you. Perfect. That's amazing. Right. Lovely. Thanks for confirming, Ina. Okay. So today is day 2 of the masterclass, the 7 real truths about the aftermath of a toxic relationship. And yesterday felt pretty explosive. I was really pleased that you guys showed up live and you were interacting. So I just wanted to give you a shout out and say, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you giving me your time. I know it's a Friday evening. For those of you who are in the UK, I know a lot of people that are going to watch and catch up are probably scattered around the world, but I just want to say, I appreciate you being here and giving me your time. And I'm hoping that I can deliver the value for you to be able to move forward and know the how to break the cycles today and that you can take something away with you. So day 2. Okay, let me just see if I can move this along. There we go. So, oh, hang on, I've gone backwards. Yeah. What is the goal of our time here today? So what we're going to be looking at is the disassociations that we need to unravel internally to find healthy love internally and externally. So it's the inside inner work that we need to be looking at. And the solutions that you can start implementing in your life that you can walk away with and start implementing straight away. So now, did I say there was a bonus? I always let you know that there's going to be a bonus so then you know what to expect towards the end. So the women out there who are yearning for that change but are exhausted with the how and you need more, I'm going to make you a special offer at the end of the masterclass that is especially for you. And I'm going to be throwing a little bit bonus with that as well. So do stay till the end, because I'm sure that you'd appreciate having that extra value there. So day one, let's have a quick recap. What did we cover on day one? We looked at the 7 real truths of the aftermath of a toxic relationship. We identified them, but we didn't really discuss what we can do to move forward from them. We just literally touched on what they are and if we go through them quickly. Number one, you'll always have days when you're feeling, when you feel that you will have relapsed. Number two, you will begin to process all the details of your breakup and think that you made a mistake. Number three, this will trigger the craving to be with him, and you will suffer withdrawal anxiety. Number four, following on from point three, the self-loathing you will feel because you still want to be with them. Point number five, feeling isolated because nobody understands the trauma that you experience and continue to face. Point number six, you'll feel indecisive in your actions and seek approval from others. And point number seven, you will struggle to accept your self-worth. So what I'm going to be doing today is covering them points, but then giving you the moving forward, how you can move forward. Because I know some of you reached out to me yesterday and said, well, Nancy, can you now tell me what do I do next? And I said, attend the masterclass today. So let's see what we can do to make that happen. Okay. Right, so today I will be breaking down how, which is what I was just talking about, how you can break the cycles of the 7 real truths that we talked about, and sharing how you can step into your power. Just to let you know, there's a typo there. I should have written that we may have been written yesterday, so you may find some typos in my slides. I do apologize in advance if you do see them. Okay, so I have something to ask you, because I think when I ask you powerful questions, that is where you're really going to think, digging deep and thinking about your individual situation. So I want to ask you, how many times were you willing to get hurt before you break the cycle? And are you ready to stop wasting time? Because this is what we are doing. We are finding ourselves in these cycles, and we're trying to fix the situation. We're not really sure how we're going to fix ourselves, and we're still there. So are you ready to find out what you need to do to move forward? Drop me a comment, guys. Let me know in the comments. Give me a yes if this sounds like something that you want to do. In fact, I would love it if you give me a hell yes, and that's showing me how much your focus might be, because I really want to make sure that you feel this is connected to you. Hell yes, I've got a hell yes from Daniela, and a hell yes from Eva as well. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to feel that connection and say, Nazia, you are talking to me because I need this. I really want to move forward with this. So fantastic. I'm feeling your vibe, ladies. Okay, so the first thing I want to share with you is, to make this possible, is shifting your mindset and start believing in yourself. That's the first thing that I want to say to you. This is all going to start when you start believing that you can create the shift. Sarah saying a hell yes, and Emma saying it's been too long. Yes, I hear you, ladies, and I don't know you individually yet, but I completely can relate to what you're saying. It has been too long. It's time to start rewriting your stories and to start breaking these cycles. So I'm going to come back to these comments a little bit later, and for now I'm going to run through the slides, but I'm listening to you, ladies, and I'm going to come back and listen to what we've got to say later in the chat. Just a hell yes from Sarah, 100%, fantastic. So are you ready to accept that you don't have to be hurt to be loved? Because very often when we're in toxic relationships, the feeling of over-giving and over-pleasing and just forgetting who we are and letting ourselves go to make this person happy, in the process we hurt ourselves, is what we feel we need to do to be validated. So are you ready to accept that you don't have to be hurt to be loved? And are you ready to create a container to accept love that is not toxic? Are you ready to embrace that and think, this is healthy and I'm okay with that? It doesn't have to be toxic to mean that it's love. And are you ready to rewrite the stories that you have been telling yourself? That is so vital, but we're going to talk a bit more about that later. So I want you to learn to say yes to you. We're going to open the floodgates for you to be able to appreciate yourself and think, I'm going to do this internal work inside, this internal healing. Because when was the last time that you said yes to yourself? And what has been the one thing that you wanted to do, but you kept saying, one day I'm going to do that. One day that will be my time. Not now, because I don't think I'm that important in my world. I will give my space and energy to everybody else, my children, my family, my kids, my work. But me, I think I will put myself in the back burner because it's not my time yet. So how would you feel? Sorry, how would today feel if today was that day when you said, no, today's the day, Nazia, I'm ready to move forward and I'm ready to say a hell yes to me, because that is how I want you to start living. Every single day needs to be a hell yes day for you. So we're going to now run into the 7 real truths. And we spoke yesterday about what they were. I've had a quick recap on what they were. And now I'm going to run through with you what you can do and how you can move forward into your power. So you will have days, the first real truth was you will have days when you feel that you have relapsed. And now I'm going to tell you what you can do and how you can move forward into that space where you can protect yourself. So the reality is, when you look back in your relationship, the reality is that it was never really that you were loved. It was that you wanted to hear that, because that is what you had to listen to be entangled. That was what that person had to deliver to you in order to put you in that situation. So acknowledging that that person didn't actually have them genuine feelings for you, it was more an entrapment that they were creating to make sure that you stayed. So your infatuation with them. So I've written him again here, so bear with me because it should be them, but it's an overall theme that I've been running through the slideshows. So your infatuation with him made him superior, and you are the one that put him on the throne. So what you've got to think about, if you put this person on the throne, you have the power to take them down a notch. So when you think about that you're going to relapse and you're going to go back again, you've got to remind yourself that I'm the one who put them in that place, and I need to reclaim my power and bring them back down a notch and actually make me realize how undeserving and how unworthy these people are. Because without your infatuation, he was just ordinary. It was no king sitting on his throne. In your world, he may have been, but really, he was probably just an ordinary other person. But in your eyes, this was your world. And this is why your friends, which is why your friends would say, what did you see in him? I mean, how many times, guys, have you heard that? Drop me a comment. How many times have someone said to you, what did you see in that person? Because they can't see what you see. They can't see what you see, and which will become more evident as you grow in your self-esteem. So every day as you move forward and your self-esteem grows, you will start realizing that you deserve better. So when you heal, you really will see them, but what you'll see is someone else. You'll see the real them, not the person that you've been thinking in your mind all this time that this is who they are. And that's when the day comes and they knock on your door. And if they come back and say, Nasya, do you know what? Can I have a second chance? I messed up big time. I really want you in my world. That is when you will have raised the bar of your self-esteem, and you'll think, actually, you don't fit my standard no more. I'm sorry, but I'm not worthy of you. Sorry. And you're not worthy of me now, because I have raised the bar of my self-esteem, and now I can actually see you for who you really are. And I don't think I want someone like that in my life. I think I deserve better than that. So goodbye, the door's over there, and it's slammed shut. There is no room for you in my life. When you start moving into your power, and how you can do that is by recognizing that this person is not someone who you have built in your mind to be. It's just a story that you've been telling yourself, and we're going to move forward and realize how we can actually unravel that story. So I want you to hold on to that thought that it's a process, but you are getting to a better place. Is this resonating with you, ladies? Let me know in the comments. Okay, continuing on with point 1, the reality is that it was not love, it was a reflection of what they had to do to entangle you. And your infatuation with him made him superior. You put him on a throne so you can have the power to take that down a notch. Because without your infatuation, he is just ordinary. It's just another person that you met and you thought that they were your world. But when you actually realize that they're not, that's when you realize that they're not who you thought that they were, you will start valuing them better. Sorry, ladies, I know there's more of you coming in. I've had to start the slideshow and start the class, but don't worry, because I'm going to send the link out to you again and you can watch it on the replay. So you won't miss any value from today. So without your infatuation, this person was just ordinary, like me, like you. And this is why your friends won't see some, some rock star or some movie star, whereas you might have seen someone who was just literally the world. I remember when I was in that situation, I literally worshipped the ground that this person walked on, because I felt that, this is my everything. And if you ask me now, I kind of think, what planet was I on? So there will be times when you identify with this, and I'm going to take you to that place where you can carry yourself to feel that way. And this is why your friends would say, what did you see in him? So as your self-worth inflates, his persona will deflate. The person that you thought this person was will deflate. Okay, so we're going to move on to I think I've written quite a bit about point 1. So when you heal, you really will see him, but what you'll do is you'll see someone else, the real them. And that's why when the day comes and they knock on your door for a second chance, you raise a bar, you don't fit your standard, and you hold on to that thought that it's a process, but you get into a better place, which I'm sure I've already just said. So when I'm sharing my screen, sorry, I went a little bit backwards. So point number 2, swiftly moving on and trying to just erase the fact that I messed up a little bit, but hey, I'm human and it's alive. So yeah, I just repeated one of them points there, but going to point number 2, guys, I'm sure you guys will forgive me, but going point to number 2, you will begin to overprocess all the details of your breakup and think that you made a mistake and that you didn't do enough. I want you to get your pen and paper. If you've not got it one, go and grab one right now, because this is very individual to you. I want you to make a list of things, all the things that they did to hurt you. I want you to think about all the times when you went out your way to accommodate them. I want you to think about the role that you played in that relationship. What did you do? Did you pay the bills? Was it you that paid all the bills in that relationship? Was it you that, if you were living together, did you come home from work after a long ass day, you've come home, you're tired, you're exhausted, and they're sitting there on the sofa having a beer, and you're sitting there thinking, I've got to do the shopping, I've got to pay the bills, I've got to be a taxi service, I've got to do the, you felt like a taxi driver, just kind of bringing them from point A, point B. How many times have my clients told me, Nazia, they come home, they've got a car, and they expect me to, taxi them everywhere around. Think about the late nights that they let you down and you cried yourself to sleep. Think about the relentless letdowns. Think about the family and friends that you give up to be with them because they didn't approve. And in that judgment of how they would feel, you just started withdrawing and just cut them out of your life. Think about all the people that you let go of to accommodate this person in your life. Think about the time away from your kids and from your family that you sacrificed, putting their needs, inviting them into your world. The times when your children needed you, but you were perhaps spending time with them because you thought that they were your world. Think about all them sacrifices that you did. Think about the birthdays and the events that they ruined. Now, I categorically wrote that. And if you were with someone who in a toxic relationship, I can 99% say that birthdays, occasions, events were the times when they felt that they wanted to ruin that for you. And I can say that because that is a time when they feel that they've got the most control. They want to ruin that special moment for you. So how many events were ruined? If that's something that's happened to you, drop me a comment, guys. Let me know in the comments. Don't worry if you're late, Joanna. Not to worry. You can catch all this on replay, lovely. No, don't worry. But think about how many occasions were ruined. Now, ask yourself again, after you've made your list that's individual to you, did you do enough? Because I'm telling you now, you did more than enough. There is nothing more that you could have done. This person was just toxic. So then this will trigger the craving to be with them, and you'll suffer withdrawal anxiety. So what's happening is, and we spoke about this yesterday, you're going into survival mechanism where your body will just feel safe with them because it's familiar. It's something that an experience that you've had. It might stem from your childhood, where growing up you felt unseen, unheard, unloved. Trying to please someone validates being loved. That's how you feel. That's how you feel that you are loved by someone. So allow yourself space to grieve. I cannot stress enough. Allow yourself space to grieve that this relationship is over, because it's like almost you have lost someone has died. It's that same grievance that you feel. So you are allowed to grieve. I'm giving you permission to grieve. because you were invested. This was meant to be your happy ever after, and it's been taken from you. And this is not what you expected. So give yourself that space to grieve that process. And you keep the memory alive of that person by feeding it thoughts. Your thoughts is what's keeping that person alive in your mind. So I'm going to emphasize, do things that will keep you distracted. I know it's hard. I know you just want to sit in at home with your Ben and Jerry's and curl in the duvet and not go out Friday night. I know it's hard, but do things that will fill your diary up, because when you wake up, and I promise you this will happen. I've written the notes, keep busy, distract yourself, and wake up without them being your priority. If you do that, I promise you, you'll wake up one day and you'll be busy thinking about something else, and you'll consciously check in with yourself and say, oh, I didn't think about them today. Oh, wow, did that just happen? Did I actually think about something else? Oh my God, I'm healing. Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever felt that moment where you're thinking, oh, almost like you've fallen over and you've tripped over and you've hurt your ankle, and then you get so busy watching something or doing something or talking to a friend, you forget about the pain for a second, and you kind of consciously go back and think, I need to tune back in again because I kind of forgot about it. Keeping yourself busy and distracted will give you some other focus, because your thoughts will be diverted. Your thoughts will be diverted in a different direction, and that's exactly what we want. We want you to be able to fill your diary up with other things, fill your life up with other events, so that you can then feel that they are not the main source of your thoughts. Now, I know it's new and it hurts like crazy, but hitting rock bottom will also give you a chance to resurface and create new perspectives. Hitting rock bottom is sometimes what we have to do to allow ourselves to release our emotions and to get to that space where we can feel that I'm okay now. I feel like I had to release that. Because if you don't, you'll hold on to it, and you may have been holding on to it for a very long time. And this is probably one of the reasons why you've not been able to move forward, because the inner healing is what we need to work on. But allowing yourself to know that you will hit rock bottom. There's no easy way of me saying this to you, and maybe it's a harsh way that I need you to know, but it's from that rock bottom that you will then be able to rise and think, now, where do I want my life to go? When I left my toxic marriage, I was literally at rock bottom, but I knew that after I hit rock bottom, there's one way to go, and that's going to be, well, there's two ways. I can stay there, or I can rebuild my life on my terms and decide what I want to do. So it'll give you that perspective to move forward. Number 3, again, continuing on, you need to trust that you are not in the right mindset to make any decisions. So you're on an emotional roller coaster, and you have to allow yourself the capacity to stay on that journey until the train stops. Push through the pain, push through the discomfort. Don't make any decisions in that time to pick up the phone and call this person because you're missing them. Your mind is not in the right place to make that decision. Let that roller coaster ride. Give yourself a bit more time to think, I'm going to give myself more space just to see how I feel in a week or two, and then I can make a better decision, because right now I'm not in a fit state to make any decisions right now. And also, when they trigger you, let go of the dream that you had and allow yourself to know that you are carving a space to create new dreams. You are creating a space to be able to let go of what you believe that you wanted and believe that you had, and to say, it's done now, it's gone. And I need to make space and carve space. And mental space is so important. You need to carve mental space to be able to allow new areas of your life to develop. It's like a plant. You are putting down the new seeds of your life. You are planting, building the foundations so that you can then grow. The old plant has died. The past has died. Let it go. And think about what you can do today to implement the seeds for your future. Okay, point number 4. I'm conscious of the time, so I'm just trying to go through them, but bear with me, guys, because I just think I don't want to skip on the valuable points. I don't want to just skim over them. I know we're very limited with time, but I want to try and give you guys as much as I can. But I just want to make sure that we try and keep the time frames too. So number 4, following on from point number 3, the self-loathing you will feel because you still want to be with them. Frustrated, powerless, because there's a piece of you that you feel is missing, especially when it's going to be holiday season, when the holidays are coming up. Now summer's coming and you might have had dreams and plans to go on holiday and spend time together. But can you make this a time? Can this be a time for you to reflect on what you need to be doing to do the inner healing? And this is the kind of work that I do in my program, Rise, Realign, Rise and Shine. This is the kind of work that I do with my clients to be able to do the inner healing, because it's from that space that you are going to be able to move forward. So maybe this can be your time to heal and to release and to realign yourself. Give yourself this space to be able to do that. So redirect the focus. This journey isn't about you getting over them. It's about you moving on. I'm going to say that again. This journey, I want you to redirect what you are thinking right now. Your mind is telling you, I need to get over them. But what you really need to be telling yourself, I need this time to work out, where do I go from here? And what do I need to do in order for me to step into my best life? What do I need to do? What do I need to create? And what do I need to let go of? And this person is what you need to let go of, so that you can create space for healthy relationships. You can create space in time for someone who deserves you. But if you're holding on to the past, it's going to be really difficult to allow that to happen. And go back to point number 2, where I said, make that list, get that list out, have a look at it, and remind yourself whenever you feel that you're feeling bad and you're loathing how you feel about yourself and you're just in pain, go back to that list and think, I'm away from that trauma now. I'm away from that abuse now. I've not mentioned the physical, the mental, the emotional, the financial stress and pain that you may have endured. I've not mentioned that bit. Sorry, just give me a second while I have a quick sip of water. Give you guys a second to digest the points that I'm saying as well. But yeah, remember that this is a journey for you, that you're healing now. I'm going to quickly squeeze something in here. One of my favorite films is Sliding Doors. And I don't know if you guys have seen this film or not. I can't remember. Gwyneth Paltrow's in there. And if you've not seen it, I would suggest that you go and watch this film. So there's a parallel universe that's going on, and this lady is stuck in one side of a toxic relationship, and on the other hand, she's left this person and she's moving on with her life. And they're showing the two dimensions of this woman's life. You can see where she's stuck in this situation and she's just completely distraught. And then you can see the other hand where she's moved on, she's met somebody else, she's living a new life, she's loving life, she's moving forward. And then she realizes, what was this person anyway? Because once I took them off a pedestal, you know, it's a real eye-opener that what was this person? You know, why did I put them on this pedestal to begin with? Because my life is so much better and I've met someone so much and it's so amazing. So if you've not watched the film Sliding Doors, I highly recommend you go and watch it. And if you've watched it, drop me a comment. Someone said, Jeanette said, I've seen the movie. Let me know, Jeanette, what do you think of it? Do you think that is something that can support us women today? Okay, number 5, feeling isolated because nobody understands the trauma that you've experienced and continue to face. Everyone's going to say to you, it's time now, you can move on. It's been a couple of months now. You're not over it yet. You're not moving on yet. Are you still talking about it? Come on, Nazia. Isn't it time you moved on? You need to be in a community of people that understand you, or be accountable to friends that get it or who have been there. And if you can't find someone. You've got me. Get yourself a coach, get yourself, put yourself in a Facebook group. Look for groups that specialize in trauma so that you can speak to like-minded people who understand your pain, who get it, who you can relate to. And it's not to keep you in that space. It's just so that you can feel that you need that validation, that what you're feeling right now is validated. So find someone to talk to, reach out to support groups, people that understand you, reach out to me. Facebook groups, again, you'll get the validation that you're not alone. And give yourself the capacity to know that you have to grieve and allow yourself to stop being so harsh and judging yourself. Because you will say to yourself, it's been months, gosh, it's been years, and I'm still here. I'm still in the same place. What is going on? And you see this person moving on. And very often you hear about they've met somebody else and they've moved on. And then you're still stuck in that place of well, what is wrong with me? Why am I not moving on? Why can't I meet someone? Why can't I love myself? And you might not even think about being in a relationship, but that self-loathing that you feel, that judgment that you're passing upon yourself, it's only going to bring you down. Know that it's a journey and it's a process, and you've got to go through that process, that journey to heal. Give yourself that grace. And I've already written that as my next step. It's a journey, and you need time to move into a new space. You need time to vent, release. And I've not written journal here, because I think it's something that you can just find on YouTube. You can go out there, look on YouTube, how to heal from a toxic relationship. And it's a very basic criteria, but journaling does actually help as well. But these are the other resources that you can use to help you move forward. Because when you support yourself, you're allowing yourself to make breakthroughs, and that's what you want to do. You want to be able to make a breakthrough from feeling broken to badass. And again, that's my mantra, ladies. That's what I do. I'm here to get you from broken to badass. Okay, so you are feeling decisive in your actions and seek approval from others. Point number 6. So other people's approval will be based on their fears and limitations, which will limit you. Don't adopt their limitations. So when you look to somebody else for the validation, and they will say to you, oh no, Nancy, you can't do that, because if you do that, then who's going to look after your kids? Honestly, I could be a billionaire. The amount of times that the world tried to limit me in what I wanted to do, every time I wanted to move forward, someone would say to me, but are you sure you want to do that? Do you think you're really capable? And my reply would be, watch me. Watch me. In fact, I had a conversation with my husband today, because I'm remarried now, and I said, see this little box office that I've got? I had to fight tooth and nail to say, I want this. I can see the vision. I know it's going to happen. And did you see how my visions come to light? Because I know what I want, and I know my worth. And this is just a story that I'm telling you, because people will have limitations in their what they think of life, what they want from life, and don't let their limited minds be that disapproval that's going to stop you. Look for your own approval. Don't listen to what people tell you, because they will try and limit you, because their minds are limited. And we need to open up your mind and make you become limitless. So write down your goals and tick them off as you do them, because physical action actually releases validation of your belief in your decisions. If you start writing down what it is that you want to do, and when you've done it, if you tick it off, I promise you, it gives off some enzymes in your brains that makes you feel validated, that makes you feel like, yes, I'm trusting my instincts, I've got it right, I'm okay with this, I am worthy, I can make good decisions. And it will allow you to seek your own approval as you trust yourself in your own decisions. But guys, remember, there will be mistakes along the way, which is okay, because you are learning to trust you again. And we're only human, we're not perfect. So allow yourself to make mistakes in your journey, because you're learning to trust your validation, not anybody else's. Now, be intentional in stopping the cycle of abandoning yourself and putting yourself down. It's a new beginning, and you can make mistakes. So don't beat yourself up if you get it wrong. It's just a learning curve. And how I always tell all my clients, there's no such thing as getting things wrong. It's just another way of recognizing what you need to do right next time, or what you can do better next time. So point number 7, you will struggle to accept your self-worth. So allow yourself to know that this now belongs to you. You can work on creating this yourself, and trust that it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight, but this now belongs to you. Only you have that authority over you. You need to reclaim that. Someone took that away from you and made you feel unworthy. And it's time that you started looking out for you and putting yourself down as number 1. Because if you don't do it, I promise you, you're leaving an open door for everybody else not to do that either. And it's also leaving an open door for people who are toxic to just come right in and think, that's perfect, green light, this person can be easily manipulated, and they're just the ideal person that I can manipulate. And you don't want to leave that door open. So allow yourself to know that this self-worth is now a power that you are going to regain. Dare to be alone and vulnerable with yourself. Dare to be alone and vulnerable with yourself. Don't be scared of doing things alone. Don't be scared of going out there and doing the things that you want to do. I'm actually going to Ireland this weekend because I am reuniting with some friends I used to live in London a very long time ago. It was actually the time when I was in that toxic marriage I just came out. But this is not something that I would have done, but I'm doing this for me. I'm not taking my kids, I'm not taking my husband, I'm not taking anyone. I'm just going by myself because I dare to be alone. I dare to do that travel and just go meet them there, you know, get on that plane and go there because it excites me. And I want you to find that daredevil in you to think, I need to do something that makes me feel great about myself. And I'd love for you to drop in the comments, actually, what can you do that's going to excite you, but that scares you? And then do it anyway. So accept who you are, even the parts of you that you rejected, and build a relationship of appreciation, because there's parts of you that you won't be able to change. There's parts of you that are your past. Appreciate what happened, appreciate that whatever happened was not your fault. It happened to you. You were just a victim of the situation. But from here onwards, from this moment, from this masterclass onwards, you have got the capacity to take that control back and start building life on your terms. So don't allow yourself to sabotage that. Remind yourself that this is a journey. It is not a destination, guys. Don't give up because our mindset didn't shift. It's not going to shift overnight. Now, you might be in your 20s, you might be in your 30s, you might be in your 40s, and whatever it might be, however many years you might be, you're not going to change this process overnight, because reprocessing is a journey. Even now, I am still on my journey. This weekend is another part of my journey. It's forever evolving. Allow yourself to know that you're going to move forward from that. And lastly, the only approval that you need is your own. Okay, so guys, 7 points that we've gone through, giving you some tips and points how you can move forward into that space. But now I want to give you some bonus points. Okay, so I want to know and I want you to reflect on this and put these points into your own notes. I'll put them in the comments. Tessa saying, I need to go. We'll finish on the replay. You're a gem. Anyone in the group will grow with your support for sure. Oh, thank you, lovely. I'm going to come back to the comments a bit later, guys. But for now, what I want to do is think about what has been the shadow that has stopped you from shining your light. So you are there, but you just have this cloud been hanging over you. So what's this shadow that's been hanging over you for so long that you feel that you can't move forward into that space? Is it that you're feeling stuck? You're feeling broken? You're not feeling good enough, you're not feeling worthy? Procrastination, imposter syndrome, overwhelm, fear, judgment. What is it that's been holding you back? Drop it in the comments, guys. Let me know. Sarah, I know that you've just joined, but don't worry. Everything's going to be available on replay, so you can always come back and catch up with the rest later. I want to know what's been holding you back. I want you to write that down for yourself. What has been that dark judgment, that dark cloud that's been holding you back from moving forward? Because I promised you a bonus on how you can break free from the toxic cycles and have healthy love. But before I do, I need you to tune in really carefully, guys, because I want to align with what you really want. And I need you to ask yourself, who am I ready to become? Because do you really want this stage? Are you really ready to move into that power? Are you really ready to make this commitment to yourself to let go of that mask? Because you really have to want it, and you have to be ready to say, Nazia, I'm done. I can't live this life no more. I can't have this toxic person in my world no more. I need to move forward. I need to do the inner work. I need to do the healing. I need help. I need you to help me to move forward. You've got to want it. And you've got to feel that energy inside of you, because if you don't feel that energy and that vibration, then you're not going to be committed. So I'm going to ask you a question now. Have you been living on autopilot all your life, allowing life to happen to you, never questioning yourself, is this enough for me? You just accept your circumstances and you don't question them. And let me ask you an important question now. If you feel conflicted and confused, and you don't get why, then I'm going to ask you, why not? Why have you been living on autopilot? Why have you not been questioning yourself? Is this enough? It may be a question you've never even thought about. It may be that you might be sitting there completely like blown away thinking, wow, I've never asked myself, why have I been settling all this time? It's because you probably never, let me rephrase that. It's probably because you may have just been surviving, but life doesn't have to stop at surviving, guys. It needs to move forward into thriving. So if you've not asked yourself that question, and I put myself picture, then I'm looking over my shoulder thinking, why not? Because I was in that mode as well. I was in that place of just surviving, and I want to move you forward into thriving, because I know that you are fed up with your own life. And I know that you want to break free from toxic cycles. And that is why you are here with me today. This is why you attended my masterclass. And I know that you've already taken the first step, being present with me today. And the fact that you've turned up again today, you've showed up, or you're watching this in the replay, you're watching this later. The fact that you are taking your precious time to actually be here and listen to what I've got to say is telling me that you want change. You might not know it, but this is what you want to break that cycle. And I don't have a magic wand, by the way, guys. I don't have a magic wand that I can wave and change your life, but I can show you how. But you have to do the hard work, because you have to be willing to step into that fear and become the badass powerhouse woman that is being suppressed inside of you. Because what you see and what I see are two different things. When you look at yourself, you may see a woman who has lost her self-esteem and feels unworthy and loved. What I see is a woman who is hiding under the fear of being seen, yet who can become limitless. I see me in you all those many years ago, and it's giving me goosebumps, because I see me and the conversations I've had in the DMs with you. I see that woman, my picture is right there. That is who I was. And I see that in you, and I want you to break that change. So I want to ask you, are you ready to make a commitment? Are you ready to make a commitment that you can give yourself today? Or are you just going to sit by and let the dust settle on your notes? Or are you ready to take action and step into your self-worth, so you can weed out the toxic patterns and read out your toxic patterns and your limiting beliefs that follow you and show up for you? Because if you are, then I want to share something important with you. And if this is something that you really want to do, then guys, this is for you. And if this is something that you don't want, you're not ready to make that change, you're happy to just stay in that place of safety right now, then honestly, you can switch off right now. But I really want you not to be stuck in that toxic cycle. And I'm going to give you a gift that you can walk away with today. Because if you want results and if you want change, and I'm talking to you, you really have to do the healing work on the inside to get the different results externally. And that's why I teach you how to do this in my Release, Realign and Shine program. And I have got a proven step-by-step structural guide to create the ripple effects that show up in all areas of your life, where we work together to realign the foundations of your belief system so that you can step into your power. Because just give me a second, because I'm looking for 5 women. I'm only looking for 5 women because that's all I've got right now, because I'm upgrading my existing program, Rise, Realign and Shine, and I'm upscaling it from 8 to 12 weeks, and I'm launching this as a beta program. So I've never run a care framework before over 12 weeks, and it's only ever been over 8 weeks, and the results that I have been amazing. So I wanted to share with you, actually, one of my clients' journeys. She kindly decided to do a video.
I'd just like to ask you, Laura.
She actually did a video for me in her 8-week coaching program that we had. She said, I'm happy to do a video for you. So by the time I actually read this out to you, I'm instead going to show you a quick clip of what she thought of the program.
If you had a time machine and you could go back in time, and you could speak to that Laura before in our first conversation, and maybe you're a bit indecisive, should I go ahead, should I not? Obviously, it's an investment. Is this right for me? Is it not? What advice would you give to that Laura now? What would you say to her that would, like any golden advice that you would give and say, this is what I would say to you now that I have been through the program? What advice would you say to that Laura going back in time if she was thinking about considering the program?
I would say, consider no more and sign up. You need the program, even if you think you don't. Even if you think that it's not going to be enough, or it's going to be too much, or you need it. It is, like I said, it is the best thing that I did for myself. Absolute best thing. Everything happens for a reason. And I believe that you came into my life right at the time that you came in, right at the right time, because you were what I needed to really, and it was right after my therapist said, maybe you should see, and she even said that she would do some looking around too, see, somebody that deals with, like toxic relationships and
I'll pause that there. You can always go back in the replay and watch the rest of the video. But yeah, that was just one of my clients who kind of did a testimonial about the framework that we've used. I've also got these testimonials here from different clients. Nazia, I couldn't have done it without you. You really pushed me to dig deep and get the root cause of it all. I'm so grateful to have you in my life. Just want to let you know that I've last found a way to split with my partner after 5 years of wanting to, and I've started a new business I'm excited about. But I'll let you guys come back and you can watch it on the replay and come back and look at these testimonials. What I want to do is not take up too much of your time, so I'm going to move forward. And we spoke about the care program yesterday. We spoke about clarify, acceptance, realign, embrace. So that's the framework that we use. But if you are unsure if this is for you, I want to quickly ask yourself these questions first. Are you willing to sacrifice more time repeating the same cycle? Because how soon do you want your life to change? What do you want to have achieved by the end of summer? And how do you want your life to look when you reflect back on the year? And are you ready to break them toxic cycles? Because I need you to feel that movement and that vibration in your body and your soul. I need you to feel that, Nazia, I want this. And that is where the change happens. Because I need to know, are you hungry for that change? That is when we can actually move forward and work together. So what I'm doing at the moment, I'm upgrading. Where am I? Sorry, I'm just going to move my screen. It's just blocking my whole view. So at the moment, I'm upgrading my current program to a beta launch from 8 to 12 weeks. So it's got a lot more in-depth support. I'm upgrading it from 1 hour to 1.5 hours. I'm delivering on a deeper level because I really want intense results for you. I'm going to give you access to Messenger, voice notes. You can leave me a voice note. I'll obviously get back to you at and sometime in the day. It might not be 12 at night. And you're going to have email sessions and support, email in between for support. But you need to decide if you're ready and if you want your life to change, and if you're willing to actually make that change inside of you. And if you are, then let me tell you what it is that we will be moving forward with. Oh, where's my cursor gone? And what the cost is for this. So let me tell you why I'm doing it. First of all, I want to analyze your progress and results and monitor what is working and what's most effective, so that when I relaunch this program, I've got much better insights. I'm looking for commitment from someone who's sharing your journey and experiences. Because previously when I've done this, I know that it can be a little bit time consuming, giving me feedback, and I know how busy you guys are. So what you can expect from me is a 12-week program, 12 1.5-hour weekly meetings, Facebook Messenger support 24/7. I'll get back to you. You're going to have email in there. We've always talked about voice notes, and a bonus 2 extra lessons, 2 extra meetings with me of 1.5 hours for the first 5 women who sign up. And if you do it before Sunday, midnight this Sunday, you get 2 extra meetings in there. So that's your bonus point. So I know you're dying to ask me, Nazia, well, how much is this going to cost? Because, I need to know what the investment is. Well, the investment for this it's because it's a one-off beta launch. It would normally be, it's a one-off launch for only 5 women. And the value of this program is actually £997. It used to be £1,997, but I'm discounting it because I need to be able to delve more deeper. And I do want that feedback from you guys as well. I want to know the intensity of what you feel. I want to build an intense relationship with you. And because I'm going to be taking that from you, I feel like I need to create it like a beta launch. The beta launch just means we're going to learn and grow together, and we're going to learn and bounce and move forward. So if this is something that you are interested in, I am only opening up this space to 5 women because I don't have the capacity at the moment to be taking on any more clients than that. Drop me a message, because it's by registration only. I'm not going to just take on anyone. I need to know and make sure that I can create that result for you. So it's by a registration only. Zoom link, I should have actually put a Zoom link in here, but I've not put it in for now. If this is speaking to you, if this program is what you need in your life, if you want to break them toxic cycles, if you want to work with me and let me help you to move into your power, then let's move forward. And how you can do that, send me a message and I'll send you a Zoom link, or you can go onto my Facebook profile or my Instagram profile, and there is actually a link to book a call. And when you book a call, we'll see if we are a good fit. We'll see if we work well together. We'll see if our energies meet. And I'm going to stop screen sharing for the moment so that you guys can see me. But yeah, we'll see if our energies meet, and that's how we can move forward. So if there's anything that you guys are unsure about, just let me know. I'm just going to have a quick look through the comments, but I would love to be able to work with you, to support you, to help you to move forward with that. This offer is at a discounted price only for the next 1 week or so. After that, I'm going to be increasing it and opening it up, but I want to be able to share it for 5 women where I can get that beta launch. So Emma's just asking me, let me just checking for the messages. Emma's just asking me, what's a beta launch? Thank you, I'm able to attend, but wish you best of luck with healing. That's absolutely fine, Joanna. Like I said before, this might not be for everybody. We all are on our healing journeys, but a beta program, Emma, is where we're learning and we're growing and evolving and making decisions as we go along. So although I've run the structure before, it's only been over 8 weeks. I want to make it much more intense. So I'm increasing it now to 12 weeks. And I'd like some feedback from you about your experience, how you're getting on. And it just means that you get a more intense version of the program. You get a more intense version of me, because I really want to know what's going through your mind and how this is working for you. What are you gaining? What is working for you? So it's almost like a relationship where we look at what works and what doesn't for you. And obviously I'd like to get some testimonial to see how you felt that the program worked. So I'm just going to scroll back for the messages. Let's have a quick look how it's been. Sorry, I'm late. Danielle saying, yes, it's my 30th birthday. Blocked me and my text my friend. He had wished finished with me, but then posted on Instagram how much he loved me. You're welcome, lovely. You're welcome, Emma. John saying she's seen the movie. I need to go. Not feeling good enough, feeling overwhelmed. I understand your feelings, guys, because I know I have been there. I have been in your situations, and if you want to move forward with this, I would use my experience of what I have had and the experience of all these women that have been through these programs to enable you to move forward. So if there's something that you want to do, have a look at my Facebook. My username is Nazia Dad, at Nazia Dad. I am also on Instagram. Follow me. Let's connect. Let's stay connected. And have a look at the link in my bio where you can book a call and we can see if we are a good fit to work together, and we can take things forward from there. Okay, lovely ladies, it is just almost touching 8 o'clock now, so I don't want to take up any more precious time for you. If anyone's got any more questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I can't see anything at the moment. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you everyone who's taken the time out to share your time with me today. I really appreciate it. You're welcome, Emma. Brilliant masterclass. Thank you, Nazia. Good luck. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your time. I will be running more programs in the future, more masterclasses in the future. Keep checking on my Facebook, my Instagram, on Meetup, wherever you found me, and hopefully I will see you at the next launch. And remember, guys, the first 5 people who sign up by Sunday, you've got a bonus of 2 extra meetings with me. Lovely to be in contact with you, lovely guys. And I shall now go off and have my dinner because I can smell that lovely cooking of my husband. What he's doing is making dinner. So speak to you guys soon now. Bye.